Hello. This is QuickHelp's app designs for the prototype. So I'll just be going over the buttons that we chose to make, and then all the animations and the transitions that we decided to make. So first of all, we have our opening logo animation that we chose to do. We chose to make our QuickHelp logo go through it, and then so the the hole in the Q would be kind of like the transition that we wanted to put into it. That was our idea for that, with the logo animation for that, kind of a nice clean look into like, hey, we're going to load up this app, and then kind of zooming in to the hole in the Q, and then that would load up the app. And then so right here, I'm just going to be clicking on the screen so you can see what buttons we have working. So we made this app fully functional with the key screen, so there are some buttons that you would be able to click if this was an actual app that we did not include there because it did not line up with our key screens that we made. So for example, our idea is to have this phone number, like where you tap it and then it automatically gives us a call, but we didn't want to link that because that's not an actual phone number, and so we have the bottom one right here, where it says click out to fill the application out right away. It just brings you to that application that we have. And then we go back to the home. And then all of our bottom ones are fully functional, where we have the search brings you to the search, history, volunteer, and about us. So all these on every page are functional. And then these buttons up here would bring up different language options and font sizes. We did not make those functionable. And so let's go to the search page. So the buttons that we have are the other help, computer, phone, and television. As you can see, we have the hover effects on these right here. And if this, like I said, was an extra app, we would have phone, television, and computer help. But this one we made a help page, so we're going to go to the other help section. And again, these all have that same hover effect on there. And then the contact us button does work, and it brings you to the contact us page. But yes, all these buttons are the hover effects. And then we go to the history section. Like this is another example. As you can see, only this one and this one actually work if you click them. Like if I click these, nothing will happen. But if, like I said, if those are an actual app, these would have different key screens for them. So let's go to the recent completed issue list first. So we'll click on that. And then our idea was to have these as like, hey, this is just a showing of these are the tickets that you have. And then we have the hover effect on the descriptions, as also we have the hover effect on all of these as well. And then so we got the hover effect on the descriptions, and then click that. And then these are your recent descriptions. And so this is where we decided to curate our little swipe animation that we have to reveal all of the different ones, and the more tickets that you have, the more you would be able to swipe on that. And so it gives you like the explanation and the ticket when it created, and if it was pending, and it's sorted from most recent. So we decided to make December the most recent. I know it's a little confusing since we're in June right now, but we decided to make this one like the most recent per se. And then everything else comes in as follows. And then you have the calendar right here. And then this shows you where the calendar is and the search date and all that stuff. And so our idea with this one was we wanted them to be able to search the date of, hey, I remember that I got help this day. And then so that's when they would click that day. We decided to highlight the ones that they also showed to make it easier for people to find, especially with older people being our target audience. And so if we go to the volunteer section now, this is where they would all the volunteers and the teens would get their ideas about, hey, I want to do this, maybe I want to do this, what requirements are there, and how to fill out an application. So we have the more info one, and then as you can see here, we have the GIF as a person raising their hand, so like to volunteer. I believe this is from the television series Survivor. But I thought it was a nice, fun little element to put into that for the GIF. And then everything links back to the application. We wanted the application to be the easiest place where they find their we want the application to be the easiest place for them to find. That's we have it on the application right here. And so, but you can get to it from multiple places, like straight from here or even from here as well. And so this is where we decided to incorporate the scroll scroll animation. And so you can scroll down and see all the questions that we have. And then again, there's a contact us button that you can put. And then there's also a submit button that when you click submit, it would bring you to this page where it says thank you for your submission. And then this button does also have the hover effect and then bring you back to the home. And it looks like, I think that's about all of the buttons that we have. Like I said, if this was an actual app and an actual company, we would link the phone number and the email that we would have there. But overall, we got the scroll, the swipe, the touch icons, and the hover effects and the GIF, and we have that animation that I can show you one last time to open up the app. And then, yeah, so all of our buttons do have that hover effect, and all of the back buttons, all of the volunteer, the home screen buttons, they do work for the app. And I think that's about it.